What's good, y'all? And welcome to my review of this week's episode of My Hero Academia. So let's begin. Alright, guys, we start this up. So we start off with Deku getting out of the train after those mutants, monsters. I don't really know what the hell they're called. From lab where they're like, I guess they're like clones or very similar to those to the enemy that All Might faced off and beaten in the in the season 1 finale. I forget their names, and I forget the dude that was the guy with the hands. I think he created them. I forget the dude's name. I cannot remember both these characters' names to save my life. But anyway. So Deku's like I'm thinking, looking for a Gran Torito, making sure he's okay, and then we see the fruits of his training. We know he's actually able to control, like a really long high jump, I think it is, or something where he's using one for all to jump like really far, and he's working, not breaking any of his bones, and then we get to see again. We get back to Gran Torito, where we see him, taking care, helping out people, taking care of these monster things. So he's just like jumping, lunging at them. Okay, then we actually see Endeavor show up. Yes, Endeavor, and he takes care of the guy that fuck, I cannot speak today. That Gran Torito was working on. So yeah, he takes care of that. Then Gran Torito moves on. Then we get back to Deku, where he's like looking around, and he hears Tenya while he's running, and then he goes where he meets up with Tenya, Ida's, I guess, teacher, I guess. I don't know really what he would classify as, but his teacher. And where it's like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Why would he run off like this? Or then Deku again comes to realize they went after Sting, and so he took two. So then he went over to the alleyway to find, which he does. Then we get back to Ida and Sting, where last week's episode where Sting, where Ida told him I am the brother of the guy that you almost killed. You almost killed my brother. You left him for dead, and I'm here to take you down. Which Ida gets his ass handed to him. He gets on to Sting. Ida puts him on the ground, kicks him a couple times, and stabs his sword through him. Where then he looks at blood, where he find out that where he looks at blood, and then Ida's paralyzed. Where we actually also find out that Ida's brother has been paralyzed from the waist down from spinal cord damage. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, okay. But then again, I was also thinking what spinal cord damage? We didn't see anything where his spine was broken. We just saw a shit ton of blood. Did he break his back or something? I don't know. It says by spinal cord damage, which makes sense why he's paralyzed. But I'm like, when did he get the spinal cord damage if all I saw was blood? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But anyway, so after that. See, then Deku comes out. He's actually jumping. He does the wall jump where he jumps from one wall to the next one like a ping pong ball. Then manages to just nail him with a nail Sting with a punch. All right, so then after that Deku sends out his location down for the heroes to find him and give him special backup. But while he waits, he went for a straight. He just rushes towards Sting, manages to dodge his sword, ducks under his legs, jumps over him, and then nails him with another punch. But somehow actually Sting managed to graze him a bit, which then he looks at blood, and then Deku is paralyzed, which then he goes work on Ida to finish him off and kill him. Which then my man Todoroki shows up and make sure he doesn't do that. Which, for the record, guys, I fucking love this redesign series so much better than the one in season 1, which I think season 1 was just a normal collared shirt. This suit is so much better, and he's also using his fireworks, his fires, and just letting it all out, which makes me wonder, why is he now using his firework when he didn't use it against Bakugo last in in the sports festival? Why is he now using it but didn't use it against him then? Was he? I guess he still. Well, granted, he still wasn't really. I guess confident or something. I forget. I don't really exactly know it, but whatever. Well, so yeah. So then he tells Deck, and then Todoroki tells her, give me more details next time instead of just your location data. So yeah, then after Todoroki, tried to keep him off from cutting him, but he does, but he gets, but actually. But Todoroki isn't really that careful against Sting, and by that I mean he gets cut off a lot. He gets a lot of damage. He keeps getting swords thrown at him, and he gets cut a lot in this episode. I was like, dude, Deku has been done with close quarter combat, yet he only had a graze, yet you're over there long distance, and yet you're bleeding like crazy. He's not really doing a good job protecting himself. Yeah, and So then we get to the the fight itself was really good. Good animation, good animation. The usual stuff I would expect from Studio Bones. Then actually, Deku manages to get up. I'm guessing the effects of the paralyzed, finally wear off. Or then Deku comes up with three theories about that. It was either that's either because he was using multiple people, the blood that he didn't get multiple people that lessens his effect with the more people he's controlling. But he didn't get much blood, or that's based on blood types, which it is. It's based off of blood types. I believe Deku's is type O, I believe, or something at the wrong. Let me check. Which is Deku's type is type O. Which then after that we get to see we go into we get some we see what we go into Todoroki's talk where we see actually how he very much relates to Ida in this situation. Wanting revenge from his brother and how to, and because and the pain, how he can relate to that with, Endeavor, his mom, and everything with Rick CC. A little more details on what happened, where he, tells his mom everything that happened, and she told him, she forgave him for not visiting him, and told her, like, just, don't hold anything blocked, blah, 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 blah. And then we actually figure out the reason why he actually went to, Endeavor's, hero association, hero training, or internship, whatever they're called. Where actually it was a reason why it wasn't because he's matured and grown up a bit since where the old him would never go anywhere near his near that hero association. The old him wanted to do it because because while he's never going to forgive his father for what he did, which I mean I don't really blame the man. But it is because he is the number 2 hero and he wants to see it for himself with his own flesh and blood, with his own with his own eyes. He wants to see him, his father, being the number 2 hero. He wants to see it. So that's why I picked, which I think makes sense on why he did it. And also getting training from the number 2 hero, even if he is a complete asshole. Which I still don't understand how is he a hero when he's this much of a dick? I don't know. Maybe the anime will explain his backstory one day where we feel like he's actually a good person. He's just an asshole to everyone else. Yeah, and then Ida actually tells him, go, leave me. This doesn't concern you. Your usual anime main characters are like, leave me. This has nothing to do with you. Leave. I see that just the amount of times. Seriously. Take a shot every time you're watching a show in anime. How many times the main character tells you to leave me? This doesn't concern you. Seriously, take a shot every time that happens. and then Totoro and Ida's like, and Todoroki's like, if you want us to stop, I want you to get up. Which he tries to, but then the episode ends there. Overall, the episode was really good. Art animation great, voice acting good, the usual stuff. So final verdict. I'm going to give this episode No, we got Ida's a little bit more background on Ida. Not Ida. Well, we actually did get to the background on Ida. We did see a couple clips of him with his brother interacting on, while he was actually with Stain. While he was like, it was just him and Stain talking about like, you left my brother for dead, blah 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 blah. And we also get some more background on Todoroki as well. We give this episode a 10 out of 10. Really good, really great stuff from My Hero Academia. I'm looking forward to next week. Now, guys, I got some quick announcements for you guys now. So is that actually I'm also going to be reviewing the Reflection anime of this also, as well, starting, I'm guessing today, maybe not, maybe tomorrow, where, in case you guys don't know, the Reflection is this new superhero anime that's coming out that's directly competing with My Hero Academia, that's actually created or written by the great Stan Lee. Yes, the guy that made your childhood if you grew up as a Marvel fan. See, I'm very much looking forward to seeing that show. The first episode is up, but I can't watch it. And that's the reason because it's up nowhere. Like, I know Funimation is a licensor, and they said that they're going to do the dub, that they're simul-dubbing it, but yet, I've checked their Twitter, there's actually nothing on it. Can someone please tell me what the hell's the deal with this show? Because the first episode, I've checked Funimation's Twitter, nothing on the Reflection. I checked Crunchyroll's Twitter, nothing. I checked their website, nothing. But where is this episode? Are they? I know they're licensing because that's what it says on my anime list, and they are dubbing it, but so where's my first episode, bro? Where is it at, Funimation? I want to watch this show. Where is it at? So so maybe I'll review it tomorrow, guys. The only thing that's not keeping me from reviewing it is just where I can watch it. So maybe I might end up reviewing it tomorrow, from fan subs, or maybe I don't really know what's gonna go down, but I don't really know what the hell's the deal with the show. But when it does finally air, I will review it. along with your August. So I might have to. So you might see that review maybe tomorrow with my after my Dragon Ball Super and Kai reviews. I really don't know what the hell the status is up with that show, with that episode, because I'm like, where is it? Like, I want to watch the show, and I'm like, where can I watch it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's my show? But anyway, guys, yeah, quick announcement as well as I'm also possibly going to be, also expect possibly a review of Dunkirk today as well. I'm not really sure if we're actually going to watch it today, but if we are, we'll review it as well. So yeah, guys, yeah, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, come back.